Hey there, Leo, Sun, Leo, Moon, Leo, Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directive. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. This is a reading for the sun sign period of Aries, which is March 19th through April 18th. Then I'm going to be back most days for a while here because, you know, I have time to cover what's going on in the week, but also to cover some other interesting things that Spirit's asked me to discuss with you. But first, before we go there, I had a vision when I was doing Aries, and then I was told it was a vision for the collective, and then I was asked to pull cards from different decks. So I've been doing that for every sign, and every sign has had a specific part of that vision that was special to them. But when I got into yours, I said something that wasn't even in the original vision that was special for yours. And so I pulled cards for it, so we're going to do that. But first I want to ask you to please connect your energy to mine right now. Hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment, because when I go to meditate to get into the energy, I put everybody's name on a piece of paper and I try to connect to that. And it's easier if you've left me an emoji or somehow I could write your name, right? So there's that. And if you will hit the notification bell if you're subscribed, select all, because I am going to be we have time, we're cocooning, right? We have this little timeout space, so let's use it for a little spiritual development, so that we can co-create with Spirit where we're going. And for you, Leo, the message is that's really important this time. So when the vision I saw was, it was like these sticks that were leaning against each other, bracing each other, holding each other up. And it was like looking through a doorway, and then the wind blew and the sticks all fell down, and you were standing there and you were looking around like, what the heck? Everything's all over everywhere. And you stepped out and you were staring out over, there were like the foothills to the mountains ahead. There's a little valley with a stream in it down here. And you stood there just kind of looking around, figuring things out. Then you went down to the side, down into the water where it has a clay bottom with a bucket, scooping up the clay and bringing it back up, and then creating a new structure with the sticks that were still viable. So not everything that's fallen has to be thrown away. It needs to be reconstructed in a new way that makes it sturdier, able to withstand a wind blowing, the winds of change. But what I saw you do, that's where it ended. But what I saw you doing is I saw you knelt on the ground. Oh, wow. You were kneeling on the ground. And grounding is important because you got the grounding card. You were kneeling on the ground, but you were constructing the door. And I said, that's different. And they said, it's the doorway to the future. And I thought, well, Leo is a very creative sign. And so that makes sense, right? And so this grounding is about staying grounded, connecting all the way through from root to tip. And this card has shown up like for everybody. And I shuffle a lot, and you have the tree of life. And the tree of life is is deep roots reached into the lower world of the unconscious, while the branches reach to the heavens to become the source of destiny. To be whole in your life's journey, it is important to have deep roots and high branches. To find health and balance in your life, reflect on how you dance with your action, thoughts, and feelings. So there's this need to connect from root to tip in the heart space to create something, the doorway to the future. And this doorway to the future is super important because, okay, so your other cards. You have the Earth Keeper. You have the Earth Keeper. You've outgrown your small dreams of success and achievements and are ready to dream big with possibilities beyond your wildest imagination and expectation. Take on the mantle of the Earth Keeper and reach out to a friend in need whom you have not been in touch with for some time. Take care of your pets and feed the strays that come by. Clean up your yard. This is a reflection of your relationship to the earth. Grow the sacred dream and your personal life will flourish. Remember, it's not about me anymore. And so the thing about Leo is it represents the solar plexus area, right? The seat of our own personal power, and you're being asked to, yes, step into the seat of your own personal power, but use it to build the doorway to the future. And you have the crow, which is the keeper of the universal law, the law of the truth. Crow teaches us to walk our talk and to find congruence between who we are, what we say, and what we really know ourselves to be. When you speak your truth and practice your truth, eventually everything you say becomes the truth. So your thoughts, your actions is how you co-create with spirit. You manifest your destiny. And so this is about how do you do this. You also received, you had so many cards coming out. I finally said, stop, that's enough. Because I can't do the, hour-long readings. But you have the middle world, which says now is the time. You can manifest whatever you want to do, create this door of the future. Now's the time. The beloved is about loving unconditionally everyone that you come in contact. Loving their spirit, not loving their actions, loving that the fact that you are divine spark of God, they are too. And so recognizing that and loving that unconditionally and understanding that we're here to teach each other and to learn from each other. And so you also have this. You have many paths and the heart sky, the heart of the sky. And this is about following your calling of your heart to know which path to take to move forward. You have the moon, which is about everything moves in cycles. You have the inner child, which is tapping into where is the joy? Where do you find the joy? So this door to the future that you're building, it is something that's going to speak to your heart, that brings you the joy, that brings you the satisfaction. And by the way, I'm supposed to tell you congratulations, I just heard. I hear applause. Congratulations, you are experiencing an awakening. It is the divine consciousness. You are being encouraged to tap into creating and building a relationship with Archangel Gabriel during this time of transformation, this time of tapping into how do you bring in your mind and your, it's mind, body, spirit, and bringing them into that nice, sturdy, stable triangle, and asking Archangel Gabriel to help you while you explore. And this exploration is the exploration of your spiritual, of how you can manifest that. And you're very good at manifesting and creating, and in a way that speaks to your heart, that's good for the earth. Earth things also are physical reality. So you're like, do I really want to save the planet? It doesn't matter. Manifesting in the earth plane is also creating wealth. But I think you're being asked to create wealth in a way that is not selfish. So let's just say you are a CEO of a company, which oftentimes we find Leos to be. It is about creating a business that has best practices for the collective, not just making money, right? It's about also, say you're a car company. Let's look at GM right now. So GM, they are retooling a couple of their factories to build ventilators because they're necessary. That would be that kind of thing, where they're going to make money off of them, but they're serving the collective while manifesting money for themselves, right? They're going to be paid for them. The government's going to pay them to build these. People are going to buy them, but they're needed. And so it's looking for the way you can manifest and create in a way that serves the greater good while manifesting for yourself what it is that you want, desire, and dream of. And so for everybody, that's going to be different. Not everybody is GM, right? But there is something that you're thinking about that you can do. That's the thing. So now we're going to move into the 9-card spread. For the month, if you've not been here before, we're going to cover your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. This is past, present. So the past you can't do anything about, but we learn lessons from it. And then there's the future. You co-create the future. If there's anything in the future you don't like, we're going to figure out how you can change that around to bring about the kind of change that you want to for yourself. And the overall energy for this month, of course, this is not the first time I've seen this. Taurus had this also. So if Taurus is strong in your charts or you're dealing with a Taurus, we have conflict. But I feel like right now the conflict is just like kind of going on. It's like that storm that's happening right now in the world. And so it may have nothing to do with a Taurus, right? It might have everything to do with just there's a storm that's been brewing and it's hit, and how do we manage it? And it's about adjusting our sails. Do we need to, trim the sails and bring them down? How do we shift our body around? He's on a very small vessel there. So, but look, he's by himself. And so the conflict is how do you act for your best good in a way that creates good for others, right? All right, let's get into it. The key to the situation here is a commitment. This is the commitment you make to yourself. This is the commitment that is in your heart space, that I have many paths to choose, and I'm going to choose the one. I'm going to choose the one that speaks to my heart. This is the commitment. What speaks to your heart right now? What do you truly feel? In the recent past, there's this been victim mentality. You've been feeling like, everybody, all this stuff is happening to me. And I really want to say that earlier today, I heard something and it resonated so strongly with me that I was like, yes, this is something that is very much for the collective also. And it's not that things are happening to us. Things are happening for us. We knew change was coming. We saw it in the stars. It was definitely change was coming. I've been saying this for months now. Change is coming. The question is, how will you manage the change? Well, guess what? We're all having to manage it together all at once. I didn't see that coming. I don't know anybody that really could have, but here we all are. We have a big paradigm shift in this world where people have really stepped up and they're noticing it isn't all about them. It's about helping your neighbors and helping your friends and helping your families. And what can we do so that we all can move together in the best way possible? And I think, Leo, you're being asked to really consider this. So how do you transform your life? And so you have dark thoughts, but it was in the reverse. And so when the dark thoughts are in the reverse and we have the victim mentality in the past, they are saying the way that you change this situation is by changing the way you think, the way you view things, your perception of things, understanding that you have many paths and many opportunities. You can love yourself and others unconditionally. And the time to make the change is now, but it starts, I think, with having this fun, exploring your life and getting in touch with your inner child and bringing the joy back into your life. And we have the sacred temple. The sacred temple is our personal destiny of our soul when we came here. And so future thinking, that was in the reverse, but it doesn't matter because in the future you can do whatever you want, right? So I turned it into the upright, because if you can transform yourself out of the victim mentality, transform those dark thoughts and say, you know what, I'm going to let the dark thoughts go and I'm going to focus instead on the sacred temple and what I can do and how I can impact the world. I'm going to make a commitment to follow my heart, to do things that are right for me, but also right for the collective. And that is a major win-win situation. And Taurus is kind of like a CEO energy, right? It's a creation energy. And so I'm Taurus, a Leo. And so you have the opportunity to do this, to create this energy for yourself. Here in the recent past, there's been some questions, some conflict around family issues, right? Family here is in the reverse. And so sometimes, though, it shows in this picture of children. All right, so it's either childhood issues that have shown up in your adult world, like insecurities that you felt that are playing out now in your relationships with other people. It could be that you're struggling with relationship with your children, or maybe letting them go, letting them grow up. something about children, something about this connection here to very much the nuclear family, it feels like, in this particular family one. And so it's either things from your past or, your relationship with your parents. Okay, so I'm going to turn this one into the upright also because you can do what you want. And this is taking steps. So this is about deciding to do something, making the commitment with your heart, focusing on what you came here to do, what is your sacred soul destiny that you came here to fulfill a mission. We all did. We came here to resolve karma. We came here to teach and to be taught. We came here to heal and to heal ourselves and to help heal others. We came here to grow and to learn. That is our sacred temple destiny. And start taking steps in that direction. By connecting, by exploring, by working through the divine consciousness. So again, connecting Archangel Gabriel and asking him to help you, because whatever it is, this creative endeavor in the past is in the reverse, which means that's in the obstacle area too. And so trying to get something new off the ground, trying to get some kind of this inner joy, this inner fun, being creative and finding the joy, it's been a struggle. But don't give up on yourself. Okay, so this is peace, and it's in the reverse, and it's in the present. And I'm going to leave it like that because finding the peace, finding your inner peace is what you're working on, right? Your divine consciousness. If you will tap in, then you can turn this around. If you will spend the time following your heart, listening to what it is, the time, remember, the time is now. The time is now. Everything moves in cycles. This is, I think, really important that you understand that everything is cyclical. And so the conflict has to become a resolved situation. The victimhood has to melt away. If you stay in that energy, if you allow yourself to become stuck, you are stopping the flow. And when people get stuck in a mentality or thing, oftentimes Spirit says, okay, we've been trying to nudge you along. Do we need to send in the bulldozer? And I feel like they sent in the bulldozer to the earth right now. And so there's a lot of people up in the air and wondering what to do. But look at this. In the future, you have your kindred partnership. Kindred partnership, it could be a love relationship. It could be a business partnership. It could be that you find your soul family. You're going to find who you're supposed to if you'll start following your heart, turn your dark thoughts around, commit to yourself, commit to your journey, and look for ways to connect and to help those around you. And remember, it's something as simple as feeding the stray cat. It is a step. It is a step. You don't have to go out there and save the world and retool a big corporation manufacturing place to create something. You can start there. You can start with giving a call to your next door neighbor who's locked in their house because they are elderly and they can't get out. Hey, I'm going to the grocery store. Did you need anything? Can I pick something up for you while I'm there? It is looking around and seeing what you can do to help others. And so we have Cyrnos, which is shape-shifting. Shape-shifting. Your thoughts create your reality. So if you don't like your reality, and this looks like you don't, and you want to create this sacred temple, shift your thoughts. Remember? Dark thoughts, turn them upside down. Shift your thoughts. Shape-shifting. Create, imagine, visualize. Spend time in meditation, visualizing what it is that you want. And if what all you're really looking for is peace, just visualize yourself then swinging in the clouds and feeling relaxed if that's what brings you peace. For me, it's sitting on a beach. That's what I visualize. I actually have a beach I can go to in my head. It's a real place. I've been there, but it wouldn't have to be. It could be anything. But I was going through a really dark time in my life, and I went on vacation, and I while I was there, I deliberately focused on what I was going to do with my life. Oh, I can't do that. Shoot, I'm recording. There are people out there letting their dog poop in the yard and they're not cleaning it up. Don't be like that. Don't be somebody that poops and doesn't clean it up. All right, let's see what we have here. In the heart space, you have healing. You have healing. Whatever this is that's been going on, whatever has been creating this for you, whatever has been so difficult for you, allow the healing to come in. So, Archangel Raphael brings in the healing. Archangel Gabriel allows you to connect, or helps, or what's the word I want? Facilitates the mind, body, spirit connection. Visualize what you want. Change your thoughts around. Seek the peace. Find that place where you can visualize what it smells like, what it feels like. What is that sense of calm that you are seeking, that you can find? What is it that you want? And then focus on it. Create it for yourself. Find the people that are here, the soulmates, the soul family that is here to help you to manifest. So, which one was it? This one. These have the same exact meaning. See the divine in everyone. The beloved says to see the divine in everyone, even the people that don't pick up the dog poop. Right? They'll learn. And if they don't, it doesn't matter. They came here to teach me to not worry about that crap. What did they come here to teach you to learn? So there's a divine spark in each of us, right? Learn to recognize that and see that in people. Oh, this is such a Leo card. We have the Queen of the Unicorns. You are blessed with love, compassion, and wisdom. You really are. You can tap into and explore your connection with the divine, your higher self. And honestly, I heard something and I thought, well, that's crazy, but I did it anyway because that's kind of how I am. And it said to have a name for your higher self, so that when you're having this conversation with your higher self, you actually feel like you're not talking to something out there, but you're talking to someone. And so I sat there and I said, okay, so please introduce yourself and give me a name. You know, and the first name that popped into my head actually came with a picture too. A picture in my head of a doll I had when I was a child that I had named Jessica. And I'm like, really? So when I was a child and I named that doll, randomly Jessica, a name I didn't know that wasn't connected to any person I knew, it was the name that was connected to my higher self. And so I was like, oh, okay. And my dog when I was a child, his name was Jessie. And I'm just like, wow, that is crazy. All the, so now I have conversations with Jessica. And it's beautiful. And it's nice. It's like a different, I can't explain it. It's a relationship that's building. And so maybe try doing that or start talking to Archangel Gabriel. Because if you ask to talk to him, he definitely knows how to communicate. And so listen for that voice, right? Connect the mind, body, and spirit. All right, you take care of yourselves and make the commitment to your heart. I will see you back here on Tuesday. We will talk about that new moon that is happening in Aries. And we're going to talk about spirit animals and cycles and all kinds of things Spirit's been throwing at me today that we're going to be covering over the next few weeks while we have time. And we're cocooning and we're developing our spirituality. All right? You take care. We'll talk soon.